WYSP, WJFK. In time to join us for the news is the great Gilbert Gottfried. Mr. Gilbert Gottfried, ladies and gentlemen.
Where is it?
What is he, a homo? What are you, a homo? What are you, a homo?
Oh.
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 Yeah. Hey, have you talked to Dice since they released that movie?
No.
Dice went into hiding?
Yeah, I
used to speak to him on the phone all the time. That was during the days when he got the movie deal and he had that TV deal with ABC. And he used to call me every weekend.
Out and working on the movie, and he's on the phone with you.
And every weekend the phone call was like,
"Hey, Howard, how you doing? How's things going?"
I go, "Hey, pretty good, Andrew." You know, I think I called him Dice.
Mr. Clay.
Yeah, Mr. Clay.
Yes.
Pretty good, Dice. So he'd go,
"Yeah, I tell you, I just got the movie is gonna be a big hit. You wouldn't believe it. I got Rennie Holland to direct.
Bela Lugosi is calling.
Bela Lugosi. Yeah, how are you doing? Blah, blah.
Dracula's doing good.
I like the way you look."
So he was like, he was like every weekend was like a different report on how well Andrew's career is going.
Yeah.
It was like,
"Yeah, I gotta tell you, I can't believe it.
Bob Hope.
The movie is unbelievable. And you should see the TV show. Hey, I can't believe it. We're going to be on right after Roseanne. You know how good that is. We can't miss." He had a TV deal with ABC, which they canceled.
Wow.
After that MTV fiasco. Because Dick Clark had something to do with it.
Claims he had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. How come I'm talking to you on the phone, Rob?
How come you left the studio and called in the show?
I just figure if I call in the show, I don't have to get out of bed so early.
It's a party line.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Hey, we can work like this. This isn't bad. This isn't the worst thing. I think people would put up with it.
You think you're going to be at home and I'm coming in?
Hello, Robin. How you doing? Hey, yeah, things are going pretty good. What's in the news, huh? Yeah, hey, that's pretty. Could you talk louder? I'm going to go on speaker. Hold on a second.
I'm even tired of holding this phone.
Yeah, I'll be more mobile if I can just walk around. Hold on, I got to get the kids breakfast. I'll talk to you in a minute.
there was some guy in Philly who used to do his show from his bedroom. He was the program director as well, and the morning man.
Oh.
And his partner would be in the studio, and he was in bed doing the show from Philly. Sonny Fox was the guy. That lasted long.
Where is he now?
In an old age home somewhere.
Really?
Nah. The lazy bastard show, they used to call it. Too tired. I would have called in the program directing chores, personally, and done the morning show live. But
Yeah.
But anyway, it was always the Dice phone call of how well Dice's career is going and stuff.
Well, he doesn't call anymore.
No, so I was thinking maybe Gilbert talks to him.
Hey, Gilbert.
Hello,
Yeah,
Gilbert.
Dracula's calling.
This is Dracula from the coast.
Dracula Clay calling.
I'm doing a movie with Boris Karloff. Hey! Me and Lon Chaney Jr. are doing a movie. Oh! They put a stake in my heart today. Oh!
My career sucks.
I turned into a bat. Oh!
Is he not happening anymore? Did he ruin himself with
Did
this
you
movie?
realize that Geffen dropped him?
Really?
Geffen.
Geffen.
Record company.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, his record company actually was,
Deaf American.
yeah, Deaf American. And,
But Geffen has decided they don't want to have any more to do with them.
yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, and Fox has decided to shelve his other projects, and they put his concert movie
Yeah.
to bed. You know, they just said we don't even want to be bothered anymore.
It's in bed.
Yeah,
Sleeping with Barry Diller, his concert movie.
So no concert film, no other projects, because he was supposed to do 3 films for them.
Right.
So the 3rd film is totally off.
No kidding.
Yeah, and then Geffen dropped the Deaf American record label. They won't distribute it anymore.
He made enough money that he didn't have to work anymore.
Yeah.
I guess.
understand he's back in the clubs.
Oh, yeah? Good.
But his opening act is Sam Kinison. So
It's an up and down career.
Sam
Hey,
Kinison,
if he's half as rich as Gilbert now, he'll never have to work again. All right, Robbie, come on, let's get into the news.
Sam
Well-
Kinison is doing song parodies to warm up the audience. Born free, my uncle's a doctor. Look at me. Ah! Oh. Yes, it's the song parodies of Sam Kennison.
Yeah.
What's that in your pool? Algae? Ha ha.
What happened to Sam Kinnison song parody of Mississippi Queen
I don't know.
with Sinead O'Connor?
Haven't you seen it on MTV?
No.
Neither have I.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just wondering. I'll have to ask Sam about that.
Yeah.
Because Sam we're still talking to.
There are a lot of
man.
questions.
Any day now. They're going to show it, man. It's okay, man.
Do you take pride? Are you happy when someone's career does, in comedy does
Oh,
bad?
yes.
No,
Yes.
seriously. Do you
What?
feel good?
No. When someone's career's doing well,
No, when someone's career is doing badly.
I like it.
Like,
very
yeah, don't
much.
you?
It sounds that
I
way.
love it.
It's
I love
I'm
it.
really happy Dice is doing bad. Because let's face it, if he's not a friend of ours anymore, I don't want to see him do well.
Any career. Even
Well,
if they are a friend of mine, I'm happy.
Yeah,
if
right.
They're doing bad.
For Gilbert, it is kind of because he's in the movie. If the movie had been a big hit,
Yeah.
it could have meant more work for him.
Like, I love when other disc jockeys do bad. Yeah, but you know what it is, Robin. We're the same way. I love when other disc jockeys are doing bad and stuff, even guys we know. Like, I can't wait for the day they fire the Turtles. Because the Turtles are like, what, they can just bring in anybody and give them a radio show and it'll be successful?
Yeah, it makes us look like we're not doing much.
Yeah, I mean, I spent my whole career developing something. These guys come in off the road, off the, the Happy Together reunion tour,
Yeah.
and they're doing a radio show. I want to see them fail miserably. I don't want them to do well.
Well, it's funny because every time Flo comes up and shakes my hand in the hall, I'm like,
Get out of here, you moron.
Get away
from us.
Like Timothy Leary doing a show.
Right. I mean, what if someone comes in, just anybody comes in? It's not right. Watch me get Gilbert hard. You ready?
Okay.
Watch me give it.
All right.
Seinfeld was canceled, the series.
No.
Gee.
Now, look at him.
Wait a minute. I got to go in the hallway.
Look at that. Whoa.
Oh, boy. Am I... Boy, the desk is raising a few feet.
There you go.
Oops.
Is that true?
No.
Oh.
No, but I just wanted him to get hard. Robin, what is in the
I thought you
news?
knew something. Well, all you rich guys are going to be sorry to hear this. Do you know that they came to a budget agreement this weekend? And what does that budget agreement mean?
What do you mean budget agreement?
More taxes. Well, the Congress, was having a summit to try to determine how they could come up with a spending plan for the country.
More
because
taxes.
They want to cut the deficit, but they don't want to lose too many of the social programs.
Isn't that an easy solution? More taxes?
Of course it's an easy solution.
There's got to be a better solution than that. What do you mean more taxes?
Yeah.
And
What
George,
makes me angry?
no new taxes Bush,
Right.
went back on his pledge. But anyway, here's what we'll be paying more for. Did you hear this? Anybody who makes over $100,000 a year is going to lose a lot of their deductions.
See, here's the problem with our country, if I may say this. We take anybody who's productive.
Larry King.
All right? You take someone productive like Larry King, for example, all right?
Here's the problem with our country. It's my 2 cents.
Couldn't we just sell Barbara Bush's eyes to medical science and raise the money that way? It's my 2 cents, but there must be easier ways to raise money. It's my 2 cents. With her eyes bulging out of her head, I think it would be very easy. Most of science wants to get their hands on those eyes. What is that, Graves disease?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you catch the Larry King article where he goes, it's my 2 cents, but it's Debbie Reynolds, the most talented woman show?
Yeah, we read that.
We read that. We read that. We got the new one. We'll read it to you in a minute.
Okay.
But tell me what the problem is with the country now.
It's my 2 cents, but isn't less flights to Kenny Bunkport more
Easier way?
an easier way of saving money? But the problem with the country, Robin, the way I see it, Gilbert, I mean Dr. Gottfried.
Yes.
Wrap it up for me in a nutshell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, in a nutshell, I would have to think that a guy, let's say anybody who's let's say a guy's making $130,000 a year. He's certainly not a millionaire. Okay? He's really sort of upper middle class, I would say, in this country, if you're making around that kind of money. And he's probably busting his ass. He's got to pay tolls to get to work. It's not like he's so rich he's getting some chauffeur or something to work. He's just, he's making a decent living, but he's working for it. And he's getting a lot of pressures on his head. He's got kids, he's got a wife, he's got the family, he's got the house, he's got the mortgage, he's got all that. But he's working his ass off to pay all that for all
Would
that
you
stuff.
say he's maxed out?
He's pretty maxed out. So everyone said, well, wait a second, he's a rich guy. That's not a rich guy. A rich guy is George Bush, who inherits all his money. The Kennedys, who inherit all their money. And that's a rich guy. And new taxes aren't going to affect them.
They don't even know about it.
Yeah, a guy making $130,000 is not a rich guy. Anybody making over $100,000. Hey, does the Army really need uniforms? I mean, you wanna.
You know where to cut the budget.
I mean, there are guys could wear like casual clothes, like we wear to work, you know, or wear something that looks like a uniform, like an umpire's outfit. Like you just wear a nice pair of slacks with like an Izod in the Army.
Don't you
just
think
my
they'd be
2
pretty
cents.
easy to spot in the desert? Don't they need that happening camouflage coloring?
That's how we all get killed. We're all wearing the same outfits. Everyone knows who to shoot at.
A nice sports jacket and a tie.
That's why we lost Vietnam.
Don't look like a soldier. No.
All the gooks were wearing just little rice hats. But what were we wearing? We were wearing outfits so you could see to shoot at us. Well, anyway.
This is where you would cut the budget. Are you finished with your diatribe as to...
But you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that
I don't
a guy,
think you actually finished the
a
statement.
guy who makes $100,000 a year is not a millionaire. That's a guy who's, busy busting his ass to get ahead.
That guy is going to lose at least 3% of his deductions on everything from state taxes to charitable contributions, and could lose as much as 80%. That's probably where I'll fall.
It's the productive people who get taxed, and they penalize you for working hard in this society. What they should do is close down all these, just cut off all welfare. Period. Gone.
That would save a lot of money.
Just cut it all off. Nobody gets welfare in this country. There's plenty of jobs over at McDonald's.
You can't afford to take care of your children. Give them away.
Give them away. Don't have them. You wait and see how the ghetto population will stop having babies like there's no tomorrow.
I saw the most disgusting thing. This woman with 3 or 4 kids, and she was feeding her babies pork and beans and bread.
Yeah.
And then starts crying about how she really has to ration out food.
Yeah.
Well, who told you to have kids?
Yeah. Well, you know who told her to have kids? We did. We pay for them. We're idiots.
I don't want to hear about rationing out food.
Isn't that true, Dr. Gottfried?
Well, yes. I think there should be mass sterilization.
Right.
I don't think it's actually that bad an idea, mass
No,
sterilization.
what if they stopped all welfare? All welfare.
We didn't have welfare before.
No. Many years we never had welfare. But no, that they can't do. They got to, you look at a tax, some idiot who's busting his ass to make $100,000 a year. Maybe he has 2 jobs.
Because he wants a decent living.
Right. I tell you, this sucks. 8:58. Don't tell me that news again, Robin.
I won't.
Don't repeat yourself.
That's my 2 cents, but I don't think there should be welfare.
It's my 2 cents, but can't we row to Iraq? Can't we take a nice boat?
Well, just one thing. The president says he thinks it's a fair deal.
Oh, is this the president?
Yeah.
I am convinced that the American people do not want to see us continue to mortgage the futures of their children and their
Idiot.
grandchildren.
Douche.
And as I say, compromise is the word here. All of us have had to do that.
It's my 2 cents, but can I keep my 2 cents?
You're gonna lose it.
The great Gilbert Gottfried is here. We were doing the news with him. It's always fun to do the news with
Yeah.
Gilbert.
Always fun.
He had so much.
I want to tell you.
And we'll be back right after these words. We'll find out what Gilbert's promoting. I'm sure that's...
There's some reason he's here at this time of
yeah,
the morning.
he just didn't come in for his health. Call me Kreskin, but I think Gilbert's promoting something.
He doesn't just like us and miss us.
Hey, I mean, he has a good... It's not a totally abhorrent thing to do this show, but there's worse ways to promote stuff.
Yeah.
I was watching Gilbert on Dick Cavett the other day. They reran that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Boy, that was a disaster.
By
huh?
popular demand.
Yeah. When it comes to buying a diamond, the bottom line is clear.
Oh, you know what we have to ask Gilbert about? We have to ask him about that Phil Collins special.
Oh, yeah.
He participated
I'm waiting
in.
for the sequel.
How do you get in all that good stuff?
Well, I'll tell you something. It's not easy.
Were you one of the writers on that special?
Well, we got together over the weekend.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Nutrisystem.
The ideas just flow.
Yeah, just when you've got something good, it just writes itself.
Notice that when you read National Lampoon and Gilbert's doing one of those photo funnies with the naked women. Did you notice that they're all thin and beautiful?
Yes, they are. Very
Yeah.
beautiful women, no fat.
If you're not thin in this country, you might as well forget about getting a decent husband. And if you're a fat guy, women won't look at you unless you got tons of money.
What do you call a decent husband? Because, you know, I've been looking around, and I have seen a lot of fat women.
Yeah,
If you're a fat guy, you've got to write a book about your alcoholic father.
that's
true.
right.
Yes.
But I've seen a lot of fat
My
women
father used to beat me when
with
I
guys
was
who are, like, pretty much okay. You know,
Yeah.
like they're good-looking guys. They look like they could get other than fat women.
Right.
So I don't understand that.
I don't know either, but all I know is that Nutrisystem will help you get thin no matter what your situation is. And that's what we're here to talk about. Nutrisystem will get you thin.
It's just my 2 cents.
Yes.
But isn't it better to be thin than fat?
Yes, that's so true, Larry. What an observationalist you are. Debbie Reynolds is thin, and she's one of the premier actresses of our time.
She's got more talent in her pinky than anybody else has in their whole body.
Liz Smith is good at what she does. Maybe the best at it. So why don't you dial 1-800-321-THIN and really lose weight? Robin, isn't the secret that they make the food for you?
Yes. And that it tastes good.
Yeah, and you're never hungry.
You never are hungry and you don't crave things.
Just try 1-800-321-THIN. Try that number today. Nothing.
Yeah.
He's silly. I don't know what you're talking to him about.
So Bob, Deanna, and Mary Beth Meehan of New Brunswick, New Jersey went over to Fidelity Diamond Importers. Now, I'll tell you a story about how $1,000 got put back into their pocket. Bob and Mary Beth had already purchased a diamond ring from a well-known jewelry store. 2% would have laughed at guy's copy. All right? When Mary, could you imagine his parents trying to tell him a bedtime story? They'd be like, I'll tell you an appropriate place to laugh, young man.
No, I asked if he's a Jew, and you say, here's how $1,000 got into his pocket.
When Mary Beth was reminded of Fidelity Diamond, she was listening to K-Rock. She was listening to us, all right? So she said, they'd already bought a diamond, okay? They went to a jewelry store. So they said, you know what, let's just go over to Fidelity Diamond, get the, let's go see what their prices are.
They were sort of testing your veracity, probably.
Right. They were testing me. So they went there, they got the diamond weighed and mounted, the one they liked. They saw the diamond loose. They had to identify it under a loop. And,
What, was this a test of them?
yeah, well, none of these things were done for them when they bought their diamond. And they wondered how much of a difference would have made if they had gone to Fidelity first, so they went to find out. That was the whole purpose, okay? So they went through the whole selection process. And then they got a larger diamond. I hate this commercial.
Because it's really not making much sense the way you're doing
Oh, I want to go home. I was having such a nice weekend.
You want to go home and watch the television show with your in-laws.
I want to go watch my TV show with my in-laws. They can sit and watch it. If you missed that story, you missed a lot.
You'd rather do that than this commercial.
Look, the diamond was appraised. They found out it was 2 grades lower in quality, the one they bought at the jewelry store, than what the jewelry store had told them. So the point is, the jewelry store was lying to them.
Okay, and then they went and had the Fidelity Diamond appraised.
And it turned out Fidelity was telling them the truth. Figures. And they actually ended up saving $1,000. Because they bought the Fidelity diamond, they were able to return the other diamond, and that was the end of it. They made $1,000. And they got a bigger diamond.
A bigger, better diamond.
Right, Robin. Right. God bless you for helping me with this.
I know I was going to get the point of this story.
201, God, if you had said you didn't, it could have been a disaster. 201-368-2440. Just call Fidelity Diamond. That's the point. Trust us on this. You're getting a good diamond when you buy from Fidelity. You got to make an appointment, though. It's not a jewelry store. They're just minutes from the GWB in Rochelle Park, New Jersey. Very convenient. 201-368-2440. Gilbert Gottfried here. Nothing to promote. No, he just came in.
Yeah. I'll be working on the 27th, so we'll get tickets early. Club Benet on the 27th.
So until the 27th, you don't have to do really anything if you don't want
I don't
You
know if
just
I have
sit around
anything
the
in this
house?
area. I have Mr. Rips on the 13th,
Oh, so you do have something.
but nothing really to big promote. I woke up early today. I couldn't get back to sleep.
Mr. Rips is Jackie's big night. I mean, you don't have to say it's like nothing.
Nothing. To you, it's nothing.
To you, it's nothing. Jackie's, that's a highlight of his week.
A man is talking to a hooker?
But let me ask, Gilbert, now you do other things.
When a midget comes over to him?
So all week, you don't really have to do much. I mean, if you want to relax, you can relax.
Well, I do a lot of writing.
You do a lot of
Oh, you do?
See, I have a real schedule to writing my act. I wake up and I usually have a cup of coffee and then I write material.
And then you write material.
Then I call up Jay Leno and we laugh about people who aren't working 24 hours a day.
Do you ever sell material to other comics?
Yes. Oh, yes.
No,
George
seriously.
Scoble.
No, do you? Do you really?
No.
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 You could if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, you could write jokes for other guys, but you don't want to do that.
So what is he writing?
You're much too big. You have so many demands on you that you need all that
You know,
material.
between the Phil Collins special and everything.
Right.
Oh, that's what he's writing.
Do you pay for sex, or...
Well, that's another thing. It's another thing the money goes out.
That's his only big vice.
Yeah.
He's not into fancy furniture or
Yeah.
apartments or anything.
Women.
Yeah, women.
An assortment and a variety of women.
Those rat bastard women who make you pay for their most intimate of parts.
He wanted a very honest transaction.
Right. Robin, what else is going on in the news?
Well, I was going to ask you, Howard, don't you think this new tax plan is going to throw us into a recession?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you very much.
Yes.
And
Yes.
in relation to that Fidelity Diamond commercial, hurry up and get that diamond.
Right.
Because they're also going to increase the taxes on those.
Because your wife will be leaving you as soon as you lose all your money.
Any diamond over 5,000 or something is going to have an additional tax.
Really?
Yeah.
What is this? Here's a guy who said no new taxes, and now everything is being
Hey,
taxed.
what is this?
Wait, you know what really...
Bush was in the news
You know
today.
what? You know what? You know what my beef is?
Yeah.
President Bush.
President Bush.
Yeah.
He said no new taxes, right?
Right.
And then he raised the taxes.
Jay Leno with another great line. Jay's definitely run out of material.
Yeah, did you see him on the Emmys?
Yeah, he ran out.
Ooh, boy.
He's tapped out.
Yeah, I guess being on the Carson show that much will wear any material
Hey,
out.
how about these television shows? Don't they just get your goat?
Yeah, like what shows?
Well, very different ones.
He hasn't had time to watch TV.
I don't know,
Anyway.
that Gilligan's Island makes me mad.
That makes you mad, huh? Now, why does Gilligan's Island make you so mad?
Well, I mean, they're on this island. Wouldn't they starve to death?
Wouldn't somebody rape that ginger?
Yeah. And this, boy, the monsters make me mad.
Oh, the Munsters get you
Yeah.
angry. Now, why is that?
I mean, why do they allow this grandpa to live with them if he keeps making explosions in the basement?
Yeah, you know, boy, Jay, you're really on target.
He's on a roll, man.
You're sharp as a
It's
tack.
Adam's family.
Adam's family.
How about this hand that's always in the box? What is that thing?
Yeah, right. That makes you angry, right?
That makes me mad.
Yeah. What about All in the Family? That rubs you wrong, right?
Boy, oh boy, the stuff they get away with on that show.
Oh, boy.
What kind of racist statements do they make there?
Yeah, you don't like that.
I like nice comedy. Good
Right.
comedy.
Observational humor.
And it's Burns and Allen, huh?
You can tell that Johnny Carson show's got him so busy he hasn't watched any new commercials or anything. But you know
Yeah,
what?
he's not angry anymore.
Doesn't matter.
How
Make
about
it-
this Jack Benny show? Do you like the way he treats Rochester? Huh?
Yeah. He's like the new Bob Hope, Jay Leno.
Well, that's why he's going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that circus boy isn't realistic enough, I'll tell you that. Yeah, that really upsets me. Circus boy isn't that good anymore.
Boy, that diver Dan, he doesn't move around gracefully.
But that puppet barracuda, that don't look like a real fish.
And Lassie, has he come home yet?
Yeah.
Lassie, where is he? How come he never comes home?
Hey, how about that Andy Devine? Is he annoying or what?
Yeah, Andy's gang. I don't like that show.
Boy, how about this Playhouse 90? Boy, is that badly lit or what?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's obvious Claude Kirshner is doing Clowney's voice. That Claude Kirshner, boy, he's not a real good ventriloquist. That makes me upset.
Boy, that Captain Jack, he talks too much between the Popeye cartoons.
Yeah, boy, you know, you want to enjoy the cartoons, maybe 2 in a row. And when he rings that bell, you know no one's really ringing that bell.
You know, this Dick Tracy, he always sends the Bulldog to do all the work. He never does it.
You don't think Officer Joe Bolton really knows Mo from the Three Stooges, do you?
Somewhere in hell,
anyway.
Jay Leno.
Yeah, that Chuck McCann makes me eat lunch too fast.
Oh, jeez.
Now what a Beanie and Cecil.
What about Beanie and
Now,
Cecil?
what the Beanie and Cecil really had to talk about? I mean, the guy's an octopus, for God's sake.
Right.
Oh, could they really hang out?
Robin, that's Jay Leno in hell somewhere.
Now, let me just
Boy,
tell you.
determined the monster.
Yeah, how can he even get Lily?
Let me just tell you, Howard, that gasoline taxes are going up.
Well, that gets me
Boy, that
steamed.
makes me mad.
Beer taxes are going up.
Hey, that's not right.
What about the people who drink beer, for God's sake? Huh?
Liquor taxes are going up.
You know what gets my goat? Beer taxes.
And wine taxes are going up.
Wine taxes. And you know what else? That TV show, I Don't Remember Mama. Who really remembers Mama anyway?
Cigarette taxes are going
Boy,
up.
this Life of Riley's a bad show, huh?
Cigarette taxes I can understand. That's okay.
Car taxes, any car over 30,000.
That.
And I mean, what about people who had to drive a car, for God's sake?
So car dealers gotta make a living too.
Boats
What
over
about my mother the
100,000.
car? How is this car actually able to speak?
How would anyone be able to afford my mother the car?
Cars do not have vocal cords. They cannot speak.
You know what steams me up? Uncle Milty. His dresses are too busy.
So those are just some of the things.
Boy,
to
the
look
craft
forward
music
to.
hall makes me mad.
You cut it out, Jay. I'm trying to hear the news.
Tax plan.
Yes. Jay Leno, ladies and gentlemen.
Goodness,
Out of
he
material.
goes off.
Yeah, he goes off now on the stupidest things, right?
It's another gridlock alert day, Howard, because the officials who are here.
I hate Sea Hunt. He never runs out of air. That really gets my goat.
What about gridlock?
Yeah, it's a gridlock alert day. We've had them for the last 3 days. This
Boy,
should be the
that Kane
last
Bronson's
one.
a bad show.
Who's here? All the UN officials, all the
I mean, Michael
dignitaries
Parks can't act.
and queens and presidents from foreign lands are here because of that conference on children.
Right.
Even President Bush is coming back. He was here yesterday. He's coming back today.
Oh, man,
So
I hate that.
traffic will be horrible in the city today.
It's just so unfair. Why can't they have these conferences in Kansas?
Well, because the UN isn't there.
Let's move it.
Well, also, you know, it is about children. They're thinking of trying to save children's lives.
Why are they doing that? Oh, really? Why are they doing that?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know, because Margaret Thatcher was screaming about the population being out of control, yet they're getting together to try to save children's lives, because they say if we don't deal with this problem now, the problems created by
Don't
children who
children's
have
lives make you
starved
mad?
Yeah, but
and
what's...
been sick all of their lives will be impossible to control when there's many, many more of them.
No, only if we keep them alive. If they all die, it won't be impossible to control. You're talking about the children they want to save, and the children ain't worth saving. I'm going to be honest with you.
My goodness.
Drop some cornflakes on Ethiopia and leave me alone. We're crying out loud.
Well, they had a lot of celebrations, too.
Don't you hate that rooster that's on the cornflakes box, huh?
That steamed me up.
And what, seriously, why do we want to save children? What children are we talking about? Crack babies?
Well, those AIDS babies, cracked babies, and children who are starving in foreign lands and dying of measles and mumps.
But you got to figure if they're going to grow up to hate us and be angry and stuff, who wants them to grow up? I mean, if you really want to get money for kids, sell the stupid limos those jerks ride around in and buy food for the kids. That's all. They want to really do something. Mayor Dinkins has got a limo there. That's got to cost 40, 50 grand.
Well, they've got billions and
How
billions
about
of
this
dollars.
Fiorello
earmarked.
LaGuardia, huh? He was a lousy mayor.
What kind of millions of dollars?
Billions of dollars they're talking about. All these countries pledged lots and lots of money. The United States didn't because, quite frankly, we have problems of our own, fighting wars for the rest of the world.
We're fighting in Iraq.
Yeah, so we didn't pledge any money, but everybody was there, and they were looking for handouts from everywhere. And I have a little bit of singing. You know, they had a lot of ceremonies
Right.
and, you know, different things. Here's some a cappella singing from one of the groups, you know, singing African songs.
Oh, these are young African children singing. Billions of dollars. Those hungry little bastards. Here we go. All right, easy. Paul Simon has a boner right now somewhere. Somewhere out in East Hampton.
For those kids.
Out in East Hampton, he's... Jesus Christ.
How did I miss them?
It's unbelievable. You know, listen, the last thing that these hungry kids need to do is learn how to sing. What they need to do is learn skills.
They could sing while they're so hungry.
Yeah, they can't be that hungry yet if they're singing that happy. You know what I mean? Learn to farm and cook. Never mind singing a cappella. What the hell is that? What is this? I heard Lorne Michaels is auditioning these kids, trying to find a new black member for Saturday Night Live. It's great singing, don't get me wrong, but there's already a huge amount of black kids who can sing. What we need is more black kids who can farm and cook over in these
More
countries.
black scientists.
And, of course. You know what that song means, don't you? Those
What?
are African words for Christ, am I hungry? It's just over and over again. That's the same thing over and Christ, am I hungry? No, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Oh, boy, I'm hungry. But listen, I say cut off all welfare, cut off all aid to any children, and we're going to be all set. We're going to have plenty of dough, and we're not going to have to be taxed. I know it sounds cold, but listen, if your parents can't raise their kids and get some money together for them, don't have kids. There's no sin in not having children. Or have one kid, not 19 kids.
But if you can't raise a kid, why have any?
Exactly.
Exactly.
That show burns me up, too. The Zachary show.
Well, I can tell it was eye makeup.
That wasn't a real Dracula. Hey, that burns me up.
Hey, you know, it's Sandy Baker. Who
Yeah.
does he think he is?
Yeah, but that Iba Giba.
All right, 9:21. We'll be back right after this with Gilbert Gottfried in the news. Oh, look at that. I'm back already. Oh, boy, that would have been a good moment to go out with everyone on a laugh.
Yeah, we could have caught our breath.
Yeah. Never works that way on this show. The late Stevie Ray Vaughan, ladies and gentlemen. Fortunately for us, there's lots of guys who can play guitar, right?
No shortage.
No shortage of them, but this guy was good. Best Health all-natural gourmet soda, Fred?
Absolutely.
You ever have any?
No.
It's good. It's really, really good.
It's really good. It's
Really good.
very good.
Is that anything like Doritos? Jay?
Hey, that don't burn me up.
Jay's the guy who made fun of commercials until he was in one.
Yeah.
I like the one where he goes, "This is Jay." Just like one name.
Right.
I like that.
Make more.
We'll make more.
Start down a whole bag. We'll
Go ahead, eat them.
You know why Stevie Ray Vaughan played so fast?
Why?
Well, he knew he was going to die. You'd better get it in. That's true. Right?
You're telling me. I have never heard
That way you
it.
can get more songs.
I guess so. Limited playing time.
Yeah. By the way, I contacted DIR. I'm getting all those tapes of Stevie playing on our show.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Hey, what does gourmet mean to you? Gourmet means the best. The best.
The best.
The best. The best. The best. The best. The best.
The best.
The best products.
The best product.
And I'll tell you where I like Best Health all-natural gourmet soda. And, it's plain and simple. When I serve to my friends and family, I like to know that they're getting the best ingredients. I don't want to just serve. People come over my house, they ask for soda. They expect like the same, Coke or something. But all of a sudden, I whip out these unusual bottles with no artificial coloring, no artificial preservatives, no chemicals. All of a sudden, they see that I appreciate them. They see that.
I see, I know.
Now,
It's touching in a way.
They want to come back again.
you know how cool that is, Robin? No, they don't want to come back again. Not the way I treat them.
What? He serves us soda. We're not going back there.
Truthfully, I give my in-laws bread and water, and they still come and visit. But, like, they have unusual flavors, too. Pineapple, orange, ginger ale, root beer, chocolate, vanilla, cream, clear iced tea, all these things. And they just made 2 diet drinks that are incredible tasting. Only 4 calories apiece.
Oh.
It's the best diet lemonade I ever had, and the best diet berry blend I ever had.
Damn it.
Damn it!
Damn it.
You know what gets me mad? The other lemonades.
Oh, I know lemonade. They taste too chemically.
Chemically.
So why don't you pick up some Best Health all-natural gourmet soda and diet drinks right now? Do it now. Sitting here making ourselves feel better by berating everybody in show business. We just made fun of everyone in show business in 3 minutes. Even people who like us.
You know what? I wonder if Gilbert goes into rooms with other people later on and makes fun of you.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. I make fun of Gilbert in other rooms. I mean,
As long as we're being honest.
Right.
That's all I care about.
I'm going to visit the turtles after this.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he does.
Oh, okay.
We were sitting and goofing on the Phil Collins special that Gilbert was on.
You know he was working with that former Miss America, Vanessa Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I told you that was her.
Did you get her into any lesbian stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Any lesbian poses?
Yeah, just in rehearsal.
How was she? Nice?
Yeah,
She look good?
yeah.
Did you like working with her, or you didn't even care? Was she like? Did she keep flubbing her lines, and you had to keep retaking them?
Well, you know...
I picture her having problems.
Really?
Yeah.
She's a colored girl. She's okay for that. She looks good for a colored girl. She ain't a bad-looking colored girl.
Yeah, well, she was Miss America. Will they ever have another white Miss America? Will it ever happen?
She was the last one, as a matter of
Are there no good-looking white women left in this country?
She's as close to white as you can get when you're black.
I think we've proven we love black people. Let's get back to having a white Miss America. What the hell's going on, Robin?
I don't know. They're going to foreign lands to find her.
I know. It's unbelievable.
So long as they don't, like, get real sympathetic and give Spike Lee an award.
Yeah, I know. As long as if that ever
leave the
happens, I'm
country.
leaving the country.
Yeah, I just can't take that anymore.
He's really convinced that he is being avoided by the Academy Awards because he's a black man.
Well,
He's
that-
really convinced of that.
Yeah, Spike, it's that and your picture suck.
Yeah, that might be
Those
that might
are
be the
the
two
two
reasons.
It's racist and your picture suck.
Well, you
Yeah.
can't understand him because you're white.
Right.
Yes.
That's what the problem is. The Academy's mostly white.
Yes,
Except-
racist and Uncle Tom's won't give him an
But how does that
Academy Award.
explain, Robin, that only white people go to his movies and no blacks like to go?
Blacks are next door watching Total Recall.
Right.
They buy his tickets and go into Total Recall.
Oh, is that what it is? Well, that's a decent thing to
It's a
do.
paradox.
They buy Spike Lee tickets and sneak into Total Recall.
Yeah, black people are watching Rambo.
Right. We know what black people like to watch, Spike. It's not your movies.
It's like white liberals watch his films.
If they want to watch a show about black people, they're going to watch, like, Good Times.
Room 227 or whatever.
Right.
I like when Spike Lee said, I can't make anti-Semitic films because Jews run Hollywood.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like,
He'd like to run. He'd like to
Yes.
make
Well,
anti-Semitic.
you don't know how anti-Semitic he could be.
That's right.
he has to tone down the anti-Semitism.
I like his sister with the blonde hair. How's he explain that?
Oh.
Well, she's
do
proud
it.
of being black.
Yeah. He makes fun of Michael Jackson for creating white features, but his sister has white women's hair. Screw that guy.
He's confused. I've
is.
told you this before. He's very confused.
He's a troublemaker. Robin, what else is in the news? Gilbert
Did you read
Gottfried's here.
Spy magazine? And not Spy, Spin.
Spin.
Yeah.
When he interviews Eddie Murphy, he keeps trying to get Eddie Murphy to say, why won't you do a film with me?
Because maybe you're an inferior filmmaker.
Yeah.
Maybe
Because I
you're not
have a career and you don't, Spike.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Spike, you want to direct it?
Yeah.
Who would allow that? Why would Eddie Murphy ruin his
Never
career?
gonna happen.
Yeah, it'll never happen. What else is in the news, Robin?
Well, you know how you're always sitting around and you're looking at your little children and you go, oh, they're so smart.
Right.
They're geniuses, my kids.
Right.
And then you read in the paper about a real one and you realize
Yeah.
you got an average kid.
I have friends who actually have their kids tested, and it's because the kid like maybe did something that's pretty advanced, like maybe started reading like a month earlier than they're supposed to, and they're having them tested. Meanwhile, their kids are big morons. They grow up to be big fat dopes like themselves.
But why is it that many parents are convinced that their little one
It's so smart.
is the one who's smarter than all the others and they're doing everything at an advanced level?
Well, every one of my wife's friends comes over and tells us how smart their kid is.
Yeah, I just noticed this. It's an epidemic
Yeah.
of people thinking their kids are geniuses.
Right.
Because they're doing normal things.
And we have friends who actually evaluate our kids, and then they're no longer our friends.
Ah.
Your child doesn't read that well. She's not up to par. Hey, wait a second. Are you her teacher? Come here. Come close to this microphone so I can smack you in the head.
Boy, Jack Paw makes me mad.
Jack Paw and parents who say their kids are smart make me mad.
So what happened? Is a real genius?
There's a 3-year-old kid who's reading at a 2nd grade level at this
Wow.
point in time. He's got stacks and stacks of books
I'd love to be
in
that
his
smart.
little room there. He started saying mommy and daddy at 8 months.
Yeah, take off that kid's shirt and check out the welts on his back. You'll learn, you little bastard.
At
Your
16
father wants
months-
you to be smart. The alphabet, you little bastard. Learn it tonight.
At 16 months, he named the letter of the alphabet, and at 22 months, he read a magazine headline at a grocery store counter.
That burns me up.
That really gets me
Yeah,
mad.
little show-off.
Because a lot of the headlines aren't made for little kids. Then they read about
dare
the
he.
being done. That's right.
Really? Well, the parents say they're not really, pushing him.
Yeah, watch at 4 he'll fire his parents. That's what they all do.
Nervous breakdown.
Yeah, all the nerves break. No, but the deal is that the kid's a genius.
Well, what they did, Howard, was
Yeah.
they read to him or sang to him in utero.
Doesn't this guy have a job? How does he have time to sing to his kids?
Well, he's some kind of a math teacher, a math
Oh.
professor.
They probably had summers off.
Yeah, so he did that all summer. So they used to just sit there, talk to the kid, read to him, and even before he got out of the womb. So he just started, he was doing the alphabet. He can do the alphabet backwards, something I still can't do.
You know who's real smart whose parents did that to him?
Who?
Knick Knack from the Superboy show. That's another one.
And he grew up to be a villain.
Yeah, he grew up to be a super villain. But every once in a while you read about these super genius kids, and all of them are failures. You know, we always think that there's going to be, like, this kid who's going to grow up and be brilliant and save the world and, you know, develop a cure for AIDS and stuff. But all these genius kids end up being screwballs.
They shrivel up after a while. They just get tired of this pressure.
Yeah, they never turn to be out like Doogie Howser or something. It's a good use.
Hey, what are you, a Doogie Howser? Oh!
Look at that Bobby Fischer. He's a perfect example.
There
That
you go.
guy who was the tennis pro.
Now he's locked in a basement somewhere.
Nice house in the Doogie. Oh! What are you, some kind of Doogie Howser? Oh!
Bobby Fischer's making Doogie in his pants in somebody's basement.
Yeah, you can't find the poor guy.
Yeah, the chess genius.
Yeah, so, you know, let's hope that this little boy who looks very sweet and cute and normal right now stays that way.
Dr. Gottfried has written many papers on that.
But I think that's interesting. You know, and it's absolutely true what you say, because they had the little boy from New Jersey at the UN yesterday honoring him because he decided to repair bicycles and give them to the poor as opposed to selling them or whatever. And so he's a big hero, and people were interviewing him, asking him what he thought the problems of the world were and what we should concentrate on. This is a kid who repairs bikes.
Yeah.
You know, but they're looking for the answers to the problems of the universe from him.
We should concentrate on a bicycle tire that doesn't get punctured. And I believe the world will be better.
That will solve all of our problems.
Yeah, but you see these bright kids, like Gary Coleman was like a super advanced kid, but now he's lucky to be a toll taker. Look what happens. You know what I mean?
Well, he can't reach up to the window.
Yeah, right.
They get one of those super high stools, he'll be all
It's
right.
always startling to see a grown Gary Coleman, 4 feet tall, smoking a cigar.
And wearing a mustache.
Yeah, and wearing a big mustache.
See, Gary Coleman's just happy because the one who played his brother's doing so much work.
Yeah, I know. It does make him look good.
Makes him look successful.
But he's getting television work now just because he's tall, see?
Yeah, he got to be on Lassie. 9:36. What else is going
Well,
on, Rob?
on the Midnight Hour, what's his name, the brother? Gary Coleman's brother on that show.
I don't know.
What show?
is that you're talking about?
Gilbert gets to watch late night TV.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, Gary Coleman, the one who was in jail.
Oh,
Todd Bridges?
Todd
Todd
Bridges.
Bridges. Todd Bridges was on the Midnight Hour
Yeah.
with Mark Skippy Price was the host.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And-
Skippy Price from
Family Ties.
really? He's the host.
And they decided that the reason that he's in jail rather than Corey Feldman in jail is because he's black.
Oh,
He's
I
a black
see.
man. I see.
Not that he shot someone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey hasn't tried to murder anyone.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
He didn't shoot someone in a crack house.
Boy. Well, you know, that black thing is a real drawback. So anyway, speaking of black, David Dinkins is very upset with the press, Howard,
Why is that?
because number one, they've caused him to sink in the polls, and number two, they're creating an hysteria about this crime situation in New York. If they didn't write about it, why?
Well, that's true.
We wouldn't know about
We
it.
wouldn't know about it. Well, he's got a good point.
And he'd be higher in the polls.
He's such a loser. He is such a loser. He doesn't get it. It's don't you see?
Don't you see?
You see what burns me up? Let me say something here.
You want to be serious for a moment?
Yeah, I want to be. Please.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, everybody, calm down. Okay. All right. Okay. See, we're not mad at Dink. Oh, forget it. What else is there? We're not mad at Dinkins because of the. We don't say he created crime. The
But
city's
he is
gonna.
black.
Well, that is true. His people are responsible for a lot of it. All right, we do say he started crime. You know, I take it all back.
Oh, good.
Tell him not to worry, though. Soon enough, all of the members of the media will be murdered, too. And he will be safe. Because it will make no difference. I read somewhere that someone got mugged. Some
woman who just done a thing on a current affair about all the crime went out and got mugged.
But, you know, here's the deal. We're not mad at Dinkins about crime. In other words, he can't stop crime. That's not what they're saying. But his reactions to situations have to be better. That's all. He has to react to the Korean deli situation better. You know, you can't...
Kids don't fail me now.
See, that's it.
That would be a reaction.
I'll tell you about this tomorrow. What else is in the news,
I
Robin?
think he should have like a Willie Best reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm scared. I just seen a ghost.
You call a press conference and just do that voice.
If you didn't say boo and I didn't say boo, then who did?
And then his hair would just pop up in the... and his eyes would bulge out of his head.
That's right. Well, you know, he's got another problem, Howard. You know, he's been out there exhorting people to get involved, to
Right.
take back the streets. And unfortunately, you just can't say things like this in New York because they create a whole new problem.
Right.
And the new problem is that people have been risking their lives to get involved in the fight on crime.
Mm-hmm.
They, last Friday, this 5'6" guy took on a guy who was twice his size and outweighed him by about 100 pounds,
Wow.
who had already killed someone else. And he subdued the guy.
Wow.
Which would only encourage more and more people to do it. And after they interviewed the guy, he said, well, I heard the mayor say get involved.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw this guy, stab this other guy, I decided to chase him down the street because the mayor said to do it. So now things are saying, I'm not saying risk your life. That's not what I was telling
Then what is he
people in New York
Then what is he
to do.
telling us to do?
I don't know.
Let me
He's not
reiterate the situation.
Look here.
He doesn't know what to say, and the people don't understand what he's saying. So anyway.
Nobody knows what
Big
anybody
problem.
is saying.
Big problem.
Although I do have tape of the mayor telling people what to say. Mayor says this.
But that drug thing, and no kids over, I don't know why I'm waiting for the back of that game in
See, that's the
See?
problem.
That's the problem. Nobody knows what he's saying.
What did he say? Anyway, speaking of the crime, do you see that they swiped the safe from the Harlem Boys Choir?
Robert, how can anybody talk like that? You want to help me out here with this one?
That people say he done it, they give the drugs. Well, I don't bet if you lie on it.
And where's the one word you can understand is drugs?
Because that's, he wants to make sure this request goes in.
I see. In drugs, you want to get out nice and clear. I mean, out of the whole damn sentence. It's like,
I said like this. That people say he done it, they give the drugs. Well, I don't bet if you lie on it.
guy's speaking English. Paul Simon just signed him.
Yeah. No, it's true. I once had a kid sit next to me on a bus a few years back and tell me that he had just graduated from college. And in a half-hour conversation, that was the only thing I understood because he sounded just like this guy.
Now, don't kiss.
And every once in a while, a word pops out.
Now, White Tooth, get back.
It's amazing. So anyway, they stole a safe from the Boys Choir of Harlem the other day. These guys broke into the building where the choir...
Bunch of colored guys.
I don't know, Gilbert. Nice, Gilbert.
Yeah, so they were singing.
Yeah, they were there.
They have a
But
clue because they
this is where
recorded it.
their spirit was there.
Right.
So they broke in and dragged out the safe. They didn't even break it open. They
That's
just
right.
took the whole safe with them.
That's what you do.
And it turns out that there's only about $150 in the safe, if that much. That's a lot of work to go to for $150.
Choir music doesn't go over real well in Harlem. It's hard to make a buck.
No, you got to rap if you want to go over there. But anyway, so yeah, there was only $150, but it was certainly something they need because, they've had financial problems in the past, but they're not too worried about that.
I mean, they have to lock up $150 in a safe?
Yeah. Hey,
I
they're
think
in
so.
Harlem, huh?
I think each kid could carry $10 with them.
Meanwhile, there's a teachers' strike looming in our midst. Teachers in New York City are negotiating a new contract.
Like it matters if they show up or not.
They appear to be close, but right now they don't have an agreement. Nobody's going on strike yet, though, even though the contract did run out at midnight.
Or to close all the city schools, every one of them.
Well, look at this. Did you know what a teacher's starting salary is here in New York City?
I would guess $1 million because that's what it would take to get me into one of those schools. My cousin used to teach up in Harlem, and he made more money than any teacher anywhere in the United States because he said it was unbelievable. And he was smart. He went in, and he took his record player in and played them records. And he just said, if you sit in your chair and just listen to these records, he was a math teacher. If you just sit in your chair, and he taught them also how to stand up for the Star-Spangled Banner. I mean, for the Pledge of
And for
Allegiance.
this, you're commending him.
Oh, he was the only one who had order in his class. The other teachers were actually getting
Well,
knives.
then you're talking about all bad teachers is what you're talking
Yeah. Oh,
about.
listen, my cousin didn't do anything differently that anyone would do. You could not teach math in these schools.
Well, I agree with you 100%. You can't attract good teachers.
Although he got one kid who could actually count all the songs he played throughout the whole...
This is an accomplishment.
Let's see. How many songs did I just play? All right. Well, I don't know, man. How much money do they make?
$25,000 to start.
Yeah.
And the top salary, this surprised me, top salary for a teacher is $50,000.
For the head man.
If you have reached 20 years of service. It's like a reward for surviving.
Top guy makes $50,000.
And you have to have 30 college credits beyond a master's degree.
No wonder teachers get the best-looking girlfriends. Yeah. It's the 50,000.
I guess so. Meanwhile, Cardinal O'Connor used his pulpit, his bloody pulpit yesterday, to attack the idea of giving out condoms in the schools.
You have that tape?
No.
Oh.
I have it here. I have to talk about it.
Oh, I see. I'm looking for it. Here he is. Put a condom over his head.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I happen to agree with him.
It seems to me that you agree with
I do
the
agree
Cardinal
with him on
for a
this.
change. The Cardinal says giving out condoms in city schools is like giving an alcoholic a bottle of white wine so he doesn't drink whiskey.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Absolutely the same.
That's absolutely the same thing. It's just what I said.
He says that children should be told that sex is morally wrong. Not how to do it and not get caught.
Yeah, it's stupid. How do you stand on that, Dr. Gottfried?
I think they should have to pay for condoms.
Yeah, why should they get them for free?
They're young enough to have sex. They're young enough to... If they're old enough to have sex, they're old enough to pay for a condom. Damn it.
Damn, Mr. Mia.
You know what? These people who get their free condoms.
Gilbert would like to need a condom.
Yes.
He'd pay for it gladly.
Hey, I'm going to use this one any day now.
This one's been burning a hole in my wallet for the last 7 years.
His condom is a collector's item. It's like one
I
of the
think
first
there's
ever
still
made.
some moisture left in it. I'm not sure.
I heard you have a girlfriend. Someone
Yeah.
told me.
Yes.
You have a girlfriend,
Well, I have to...
Gilbert?
But it also
Gilbert
has
has a
like a
girlfriend.
plug at the end, though.
You have a girlfriend, though.
Yeah, yeah.
No, he puts up this whole
Loaded.
facade that he can't
Right.
get with me. He's a
Poor
good-looking guy.
Gilbert.
You're not a bad-looking guy,
Yeah,
Gilbert.
good-looking guy.
You have a girlfriend.
Hey, you know what gets me mad?
Your
When I'm
girlfriend?
sitting at home whacking off.
No, you have a girlfriend, though, don't you? Someone told me you do. One of the comedians told me you do.
Yeah, who? And when was this?
No, I'm not going to embarrass you. You don't have to everybody's personal life.
He doesn't like to talk about the real Gilbert.
Some
does.
model.
Yeah.
Well, I'll also tell you that giving condoms to kids, like telling a gamble limit on what you gamble.
You've been with a woman, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know you have.
Not having sex, but
No, you've been
been
with
with
one.
them.
You've had
In an
a woman.
elevator.
Because Gilbert's a pretty good catch. I mean, it's not like he's, I've seen
I'm
women.
surprised that he's not married. That
Yeah.
Some girl hasn't locked him up.
Gilbert would never get married.
No, if I got married, then I'd be on all those talk shows going, well, I put my career in perspective now. The wife and child is much more important to me than my career. It used to be my career was a lot more important.
You don't want to see yourself doing
Yes.
that. Yeah.
You'd be like Lenny, dragging your wife to all the talk shows.
And I don't want to be like Billy Crystal and Robin Williams doing jokes about your children.
Yeah, right. When I was in the delivery room, there was
Yes.
some very, when Gilbert Jr. was being born.
Makes you too sensitive.
Yeah, it does. Makes you too sensitive. And the right way you want to stop being offensive and stuff. Like sometimes I look at my kids and I go, maybe I should make fun of this one and that. And I go, you know what? Nah.
Yeah.
Screw it. You just got to get over that. Whenever you start feeling sensitive, block it out. Be
Not
two
good.
different
Not
people.
good. And this is, really sad. Really, really sad. Actor Peter Boyle
Yeah?
had a stroke.
Oh, he's going to be a good actor now. Hey, Joe. You know, no
That's
kidding.
how he sounds in the hospital.
That movie Joe was so cool, and then he sort of just never went anywhere.
Well, Frankenstein as
Right,
well.
yeah, he was a good one.
He's had a few good roles. I like Dream Team was undiscovered hit.
I had a few strokes this morning, but
Not the same kind he had.
yes.
He's 54 years old, and he was working. He was working on a new movie when he all of a sudden
In Israel.
noticed he had a headache and some mild weakness. So they had to rush him to the hospital. And his nurse, that Charlotte woman, she tells us how he's doing right now.
Oh, that's her?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Peter Boyle's nurse. Pretty cool, Robin. You went out and interviewed her.
I talked to her.
He seems to be in good spirits and, just watching TV.
But he doesn't understand it.
He's trying to eat the television.
Yeah.
He's chewing on the antenna. I don't know.
We tried to give him Jell-O. He didn't want it.
I hope he's doing all right.
He's drooling on the cable guide. He really has no control over his bowel.
He couldn't even tell them what film project he was working on. They call it an unidentified film project.
Nobody's real sure what's happening. They asked him what film he's working on. He doesn't know.
He wasn't doing a film. He just kind of wandered.
I can't remember when I started to forget.
Poor Peter Boyle. I just saw him down at Robert De Niro's place not too long ago. It looked okay to me.
Yeah? What were you doing at Robert De Niro's place?
Having dinner just like he was.
Oh, yeah? His apartment?
He has a restaurant house.
Did you see Goodfellas yet?
Oh, yeah.
De Niro is a great actor, you know.
He's an incredible actor.
He really is, because you don't feel like Meryl Streep. You see her in that Postcards from Ed. You feel like she's acting every.
Yeah.
What is it? I got to get going.
Uh-oh.
De Niro on the phone?
No, it's a guy who wants an apology for that Ethiopian cornflake comment.
You're not going to get an apology here, so why call me?
Why am I not going to get an apology, Mr. Stern?
Because I'm not going to apologize.
Why is that?
I said, what's wrong with feeding Ethiopians cornflakes? That's a very nice thought.
But what my bickering is here is that I can't understand why. I mean, I listen to your radio station every morning on the way to work.
Maybe it's time to switch stations.
Do you think I should?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take that into consideration. I'm not calling. I mean, I've listened.
You know why you won't switch?
Why?
Because you can't. It's
Mr. Stern, believe me, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Go. What are you going to listen to? Quiet Storm?
97 point.
97 point what? The black station you're going to listen to?
That black station.
Yeah, that's a real entertaining
That's
station.
right.
Now, I like the jock on there.
I listen to some of the things you say on the radio.
So do it right now.
Do it right now.
Yeah, go switch stations. Who cares if you listen?
You don't care?
No, I have no desire to have you listening. In fact, you're banned from listening. Any idiot who could sit there and listen to me say, in order to feed the hungry, we should drop cornflakes on Ethiopia, what could possibly be, how could you be upset by that? Don't you think, first of all, it's better than that stupid rice they give them?
That's not what really upset me, Mr. Strong. What upset me is the fact that you said, who cared, let these little kids die?
No, I didn't say that. I said they should all die because they're going to grow up and hate us anyway.
The Americans or just hate the people as a whole?
Oh, any of these malnourished kids are going to grow up and hate. You ever see the cover of the Bangladesh album? That kid with the flies around his head, eating out of the rice bowl?
No.
He's probably in jail for murdering white people. We should drop you into Ethiopia.
I don't think so.
Salt and pepper yourself first.
I'm salt and peppered already.
Yeah. Listen, what's wrong with you? You know what's going to happen. We should stop all welfare.
I've never been on welfare. I work for a living, 60 hours a week.
I didn't say you were on welfare. Again, you're starting in the
I agree we should stop welfare.
So there you go. We should stop feeding these hungry kids.
Well, see, what we really should stop doing is because you said people have like 19 kids or something like that.
Right.
What I think is there's mothers out there who have thousands and thousands of kids.
Does this look like news talk to you?
Thousands of kids.
You don't
So
sound...
they can get welfare.
Well, you're not getting an apology, so
Okay.
there. Goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, goodbye. Shoot yourself and free up some food. Whatever you were going to eat, leave it to someone. You big dunce.
Dear.
All right, we'll be back right after this with
That's
Gilbert
what's
Gottfried.
happening, folks.
Right, that's what's happening.
I mean, just
Club
remember,
Benet and the
send
27.
flowers to Peter Boyle.
Oh, you want me to promote Club Benet?
What the hell?
Gilbert-
Lebanon and the 27th, Mr. Rips 13th. I
If
don't
Gilbert has made you laugh today, wouldn't it be nice to see him unencumbered by me and Robin interrupting him?
Yeah, to hell with Peter Boyle.
Right.
Oh, no, go talk about Peter Boyle.
Peter
Gilbert
Boyle.
has a date to promote.
Right.
The hell with him. I didn't like young Frankenstein.
Robin, we
You
got to
can
do...
understand him now anyway.
We have to do a commercial
with
break.
that.
We have to do a commercial break, and then we must leave. I have to leave at 10 o'clock.
He was
today.
bald anyway.
Yeah. I apologize for not going till 11, but
Yeah, which is your duty.
We'll
My
have to talk
doogie.
about our penthouse shoot.
Penthouse
okay, we'll talk about that
shoot?
when we come
Yes.
back.
Me and Jackie had a penthouse shoot.
That means they shot some penthouse pets because they can't get sex with them. Gilbert, October 13th, and Mr. Rips, October 27th, Club Benet. We'll be back right after these words. What's this? Thumans? Is that the one for humans? Yeah, you ever hear this slogan? Thumans is for humans? Yes.
Yes. Yes. Peter Boyle is here. Yes.
Yes. Peter, I'm interviewing Peter Boyle, Robin. How do you like Thumans? No, this isn't Jackie. This is Howard. Did you ask if it was Jackie? You're talking to Howard Stern. You know what I like about Thumans? I love Gilbert, man. Gilbert's my kind of man. I could hang around with Gilbert exclusively for the rest of my life and never be bored. I think I'm in love with you. No, but seriously, Thumans. Thumans is so cool. No, you know what I like about it? That it's very lean.
Abba dabba.
I'm just ecstatically happy because our television ratings were strong. That's all. Yeah, that's why I'm in a good mood. It's not that I'm that in love with Gilbert.
He's just in an all-over good mood.
Yeah.
Makes him look better for you. Abba dabba.
Abba dabba.
Abba dabba.
Anyway, there's no artificial coloring.
No.
It's low in salt and no MSG. Thumans is the best deli meat you'll ever eat. Thumans.
Eat 'em up.
Whether it's their bologna. Supposed to say bologna or bologna.
Bologna is the,
You're supposed to be. You're supposed to say
well, you wouldn't stroke out on Thumans.
So surprise those penthouse pets didn't just jump right on top of you. If I was a woman, I'd be in love with you. Gilbert's definitely making the world, he's paying him back for bad childhood. You must have had a miserable childhood.
Everybody is on the list.
Yeah. Gilbert in school. You had to be the guy, like nobody hung around with Gilbert.
Now, see, Gilbert's another guy. He doesn't look like he could beat anybody.
Hey, you think Peter Boyle would actually be better in Young Frankenstein now that they actually removed half his brain?
He's probably recreating that role now.
Because now he'd be like,
Now he goes,
Peter, cut. We yelled cut 5 minutes ago.
We stopped rolling film 15 minutes ago.
Remember you had to sing that song, Put It on the Ring!
Right, that's it. Slam the ham. Slam the ham. Humans loves Thumans.
that's what I do.
And tuck the salami.
What are they talking about?
Oh, I see. They're saying some of the slogans. They're trying to come up with new slogans. Slam the ham, humans love Thumans, and tuck the salami.
Well, that's something to do, I suppose.
You think Peter Boyle really has bolts in his neck now? All right, we'll be back. Don't forget, when you go into a deli, ask for Thumans. You'll be blown away by the great taste of Thumans. Okay, what's this? Gilbert just drank his own urine.
Yeah. Which grossed out Peter Boyle to no end.
Yeah, how do you do that?
212-516 cash.
How disgusting.
I just want to get this word in and just say that 212 and 516 car cash this is a great phone number to have handy because if you want to sell your car, you're in comms Gilbert down, you notice?
I dropped my pencil.
Instead of trying to shop your car all over the place in the newspaper and spending thousands of dollars, minimally hundreds of dollars on ads, you can just go to Car Cash, you pull up, and you sell your car. Whether it's leased or financed. Yes, Peter Boyle. Now, for over 12 years, now people are getting good prices on their cars. They've been in business for over 12 years, and they've bought thousands and thousands of cars. Don't ask me how Car Cash makes money doing all of this, but they do, I guess.
Well, we're not smart enough to figure it out.
They really do give you a good price on your car. Believe me, I've tried. I once got fed up and I said, I'm going to sell it on my own. Car Cash can't possibly be giving me the best amount of money that I could get for my car. If I put an ad in the paper, it'll be great. I'll get tons of money. I'll get a lot more than Car Cash. Well, all I ended up doing was spending hundreds of dollars. I think it came to about $1,000 some odd dollars that I spent on ads. And after that, the car sat in front of my brother-in-law's house and ended up with flat tires, and we ended up getting parking tickets for it, too, because you're not allowed to park in the street outside his house overnight. 212-516 Car Cash. They're at 625 West 55th Street between 11th and 12th Avenues and at 2 Heights Place in Hicksville next to the commuter parking lot of Long Island Railroad. Car Cash.
Okay.
I want to thank Gilbert Gottfried for coming in. October 13th will be at Mr. Rips. October 27th at Club N.A. Also, he will be in Penthouse Magazine with Jackie Martling. In January, they posed. What did you guys do? You
They
posed?
were one of those lesbian things?
Yeah, it's Jackie and Gilbert, like, on a beach. And, yeah. They have like a bow and arrow thing.
I was on horseback and...
Lonely Jackie Martling, a comedian, was riding on the beach in Acapulco where he was practicing bow hunting. A drifter came along, a Mr. Gilbert Gottfried. Over a deck of cards. Yeah, right. So anyway, they always have those stories. They were drifting through.
Yes.
So Gilbert and Jackie got to pose with some Penthouse girls. Is your wife going to, like, kill you for this, Jackie?
No, I told her all about it.
And you told her that the girls are naked in the pictures?
Yeah.
Gilbert says there's always one girl who, like one of the former Penthouse Pets, who complains that she's not Patty Mullins, right?
Yeah.
We know Patty from the show.
Yes, but what did she complain?
She's like, I don't. She comes in immediately. Oh, I didn't know this was topless. I'm not going topless. And these are girls who have spread eagled.
Yeah, topless is the least.
Yeah, they've shown everything. Oh, I didn't know. I'm not. But they always end up going topless.
It starts off. I won't go top. Well, okay, I'll do it in a bra. Well, all right, I'll open the bra a little bit.
Yeah, it's so weird. But they're there to be topless. Yeah, it's kind of weird too because these are girls you shouldn't have to coax. I mean, they've been. It's not like they act like they are above it all of a sudden. Like they're above taking their tops off.
Oh, just because you do it once?
Well, okay, I'll do one cartwheel, but that's it.
Yeah. Just because I did a centerfold one time doesn't mean that I'm just going to walk in and take my top off.
Okay, I'll use the dildo, but only halfway.
Yeah, right.
They get girls that have already posed nude, and they pay them a fortune, then they come and go, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That really makes me mad.
You know what makes me mad? Girls that don't want to show their breasts.
Yeah.
You know, well, that's the toughest part about that business. It's not finding girls.
Yeah.
It's just, what you got to put up with them. It's sort of like that Kimberly Taylor.
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable.
What kind of girl do you think I am?
Yeah, right. Just because I'm naked and spread eagled.
Yeah.
So no, but seriously, Gilbert was telling me you guys are like pulling the girls' panties and.
You were actually touching these girls.
It was at the very end, they wanted to take a picture of me with the guys noticed that my belly hung out.
Right.
I was trying to suck it in for most of the shot.
Yeah. It took about a year.
Good luck. Yeah.
In the end, it took us
All the air
about
left
10
over.
minutes to get Gilbert out of his into boxer shorts because he didn't want to show his legs, which was pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
I guess
Gilbert,
he
you didn't
didn't
want to show
tell you
your
that
legs?
part. No,
Well,
he's very shy about his legs.
I go legless. At first, I didn't want to take my pants off. Then they said, well, if you take your pants off, these two girls are going to be topless, pressing their breast against your back. So I said, all right.
Okay.
I said, okay.
Why did Gilbert?
One of the girls had a big motorcycle burn on her foot.
Oh, she had marks all over her.
At first, we were like, not making any conversation about it. And then it kind of came up in conversation. So within about 10 minutes, me and Gilbert was screaming how it looked like a raw hamburger and everything.
Was it a real motorcycle burn?
Oh, it was horrible.
She looked like, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water.
So how did?
So then meanwhile, Gilbert didn't want to take off his pants, and I screamed at him. I said, you've been giving this girl a hard time about this huge, disgusting welt on her. The least you can do is take off your damn
When I
pants.
saw that part of her ankle was gone anyway, I figured
Why didn't you want to take?
great.
Why didn't you want to take off your pants?
His legs
Image?
are whiter than paper.
Yes.
No. Oh, you didn't want to look bad? Since when did you want to look
Yeah.
bad? I mean, you never cared about your appearance.
He's got an image, Howard.
Yes.
Yeah, an image.
It was funny. It was a hassle, but he finally got him off, and I was in my boxer shorts, and I stuck my belly out in a picture, and I used to act like an ape in college.
You guys are no different than the girls.
No.
Like, you needed coaxing out of your
yeah.
clothes. too.
This is funny because they're screaming about the girls being hard
Yeah.
to
But
convince.
then I got down, and I was doing this ape thing, and then Gilbert came over in his boxer shorts, and then they finally got the girls to
How many girls?
just two girls, Patty and another girl, and
Right.
they were in their boxer shorts,
Wow.
and it was a
And
ride.
boxer shorts and the breasts just flopping all over the
No,
place?
not at all. Not at all. They had them covered up with their hands, and then there was a couple of shots where Gilbert and me were actually hugging each other, and the girls hugged us from the back.
So you don't think your wife's going to get upset about any of the pictures?
Well, it wasn't enough to get me off. I know Gilbert had a box of clean.
Yeah, but your wife gets upset over like
Yeah,
anything.
you're not supposed to be in the same room.
I was getting off being pressed against Jackie.
Your wife doesn't care?
Well, I don't know how you could do that commercial, Howard. Remember how
that's
upset
right.
she got about you doing a commercial with two women in
I
bed?
know.
And they had clothes on, didn't
I
they?
know. Yeah, they had on, what do you call it? Lingerie.
See, we got to wait till actually Penthouse comes out, because then Jackie might go on the air and go, honey,
Yeah.
I'm going to apologize. Muffin,
Geez, you know what it is? I'm sure Jackie made it sound a lot less.
baby face.
It was really nothing, like we just stood around.
I know how you explain to your wife. You explain like I explained.
They were fully dressed, honey.
Yeah.
You know Penthouse doesn't do nudity anymore.
I tell you something, Gilbert was in there. Yeah, that could make anybody go soft. I really didn't get excited.
Gilbert saw her naked, but I didn't look.
Oh, that Patty Mullins is so, she's so stupid that you can't even get excited over
She's
her.
so fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
She doesn't look good at all.
She really doesn't.
Like I told my wife, Sally Kirkland, up close, I was like, she don't look good at all. I just didn't want her to give me any hassle.
Jackie's wife was sedated.
Yeah, right.
Oh, honey, you want to take some Prozac?
No, they look good.
Look,
I
they
can't wait to see-
superimpose my belly button in the picture.
I can't wait to see her reaction to this. You're nervous. I can tell. He's nervous about this. I'm telling you, I know that look. I know that look. He's thinking, Jesus
I've
Christ.
been through this whole scene before, so I went home and gave her the blow-by-blow description.
As soon as you get,
Wait, what, did you give her a blow-by-blow?
as soon as you start like contemplating how you're going to tell your wife, you know you're in trouble.
Right.
You're in trouble. So
How do you...
It wasn't me, sweetie. Gilbert was the one.
I just want to apologize to my wife, Nancy, for the Jessica Hahn death incident. It's stupid, and I'll never do anything like that again. I love you, and I'm very sorry. And very sincere, and please don't make a mockery of this. I'm serious. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bring the show down. I just wanted to apologize to him. Gilbert, you would gladly go through all these changes to get laid. Thank you.
Gilbert would be apologizing too if he could get laid.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You guys couldn't get, well, not Jackie, but Gilbert, you couldn't get laid after the issue?
No, I apologize to both of them.
Gilbert told me on their commercial he couldn't even get any sex off any of them. I can't believe it, but you're a big star.
I got...
Told me, he said that the thing couldn't have gone another half hour, that he was going to explode.
Did you rub him down after the shoot?
Oh, yeah.
Did you help him out?
Did you take Gilbert into another room and help him out?
Rub him down.
Yeah.
Gilbert, let me help you out. I feel bad as a fellow comic. Let me just help you out.
I'm not a homosexual. I'm a man who loves other men.
On an emotional level.
I think we're two sensitive, caring men.
You should have helped him out.
We're standing there, both in boxer shorts, like hugging each other face to face, and the two girls are...
Where'd you get the boxer shorts? They give them to you?
Yeah, it was a fashion layout, believe it or not.
And what was the premise? You and Gilbert with the two girls.
Well, we wore fancy. There was a guy there with a gun guarding the diamonds and the...
Oh, you had jewels on.
Patty Mullen's breasts are against my back, and my crotch is pressed up against...
She got implants, you
exactly.
think? Is it implants are on her, or do you think those are her real ones?
I didn't get that good a look, but I think she looks natural, you know?
Yeah. I didn't get that good a look. He's
Yeah,
smart.
oh,
He knows how to He knows his wife's doing
Look
it.
at the full details.
I remember looking at the pictures in Penthouse.
Jackie, you can count the hairs on her breasts.
I'm telling you, he can tell you how many dimples. What is he talking
Off the air, it'll be like, she had like 7 little hairs, ingrown hairs around the areola.
She had
walking
vein.
Walking around
That
with
was
the
kind
hand.
of purple.
There was a vein running through her, right where the milk comes out.
I didn't look.
I didn't look.
I said
Were they
I
wearing high
didn't
heels
get that
and
good a look.
panties?
They were covering up the
What?
breasts with their
One
hands.
What were they
nipple
wearing? Were they
was slightly smaller than the other.
Were they wearing high heels?
Two broads and a photographer. There's like 20 people there. It's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
free-for-all.
Were they
That's
wearing
why
high
I
heels?
didn't get excited, honey.
We're not married to you, Jackie. You don't have
Yeah,
to make
hey, pal.
excuses to us.
He knows his wife's listening.
I'm telling you.
I can't wait to see these
You can't lie to
pictures.
your wife. You can't lie to
The
a wife.
lights were dim and me and Gilbert
Right.
had to wash our hands.
Do me a
after
favor.
the
If
shoot.
you have any love of this show at all and are interested in ratings, when your wife sees the magazine for the first time, tape record her reaction. And just unbeknownst to her, all right?
I absolutely will.
Do me a favor. I know you're going to stage everything because that's you, but don't.
No. Here's what he should do.
Yeah.
The first copy he puts in a brown paper bag, leaves
Right.
it by the phone. We call his wife that morning, wake
Right.
her up, and tell her to look at
Yeah,
it.
and leave it there like at 5 in the morning. I know she'll be crying. She'll cry on the air. I know she would. I know Nancy. She'll cry.
Oh, absolutely.
And rightly
Put
so.
down the frying pan, honey.
And rightly so. She yelled at me, to my wife, for just being in bed with a girl with lingerie. So she's going to give it to Jackie. These are naked girls, and Jackie and Gilbert are pulling on their panties and looking at each other through their panties.
He did absolutely nothing in that Jessica Hahn incident. It almost
Nothing.
caused a breach.
All he did was sit in a bathtub with his pants on watching me.
Oh.
And he almost... Seriously, how close were you to divorce that weekend? Uh-oh.
Look, we're burying panties in
All
the
right.
backyard. Come on.
She didn't say enough rational things to think about divorce.
Yeah.
I was worried for my life. What the hell was thinking?
Yeah,
of
right.
Life. Oh, he was almost murdered.
She almost put my eye out.
Wait. Because I know what it... Yeah, it was really nothing. Yeah, I think the girls were topless in the shoot, honey. Yeah, no big deal. But I'm not even in the same frame with them. They're in a separate room.
That's right. He was blue screening that whole
They
thing.
blue screened the girls in.
Pasted me in.
There was a cardboard cutout of
I'm
me.
not really there. They
And
put
the
my
girls
face
were
on
just
someone else's
drawings.
What?
The girls were drawings, and there was and they drew them over a cardboard cutout of me.
All right, listen, let's do some plugs.
Honey, I was going to sue them.
Robin, any other...
There's a couple of things.
Yeah.
No. Leave me alone. I'm not destroying your marriage. You are. With
That's
your
right.
crazy
Robin didn't
yours.
pose you in that magazine.
I would have told you not to do it. You don't ask me. Anyway, a fetus law has been passed out.
Gilbert's not allowed to sleep with him?
Flushing aborted fetuses into the sewer system.
Well, it clogs up the toilet.
That's a toilet law.
Yeah.
No one cares about the fetus.
Yeah.
He's against the law now.
Because then you got to call up a janitor. And
What are we going to do, bury the fetus?
I guess that's what we're going to have to do from now on.
Oh, come on. Then we're saying they're real people. And they're
Then you got
not.
to put them with hats and ties and everything.
Right, yeah, just like a
You got to
fetus.
have a coffin, the whole
You
bit.
got to get little suits for them.
You got to embalm them.
You got to dress them up in G.I. Joe outfits before you bury them.
So don't flush them down the toilet. Eat them.
Oh.
Eat the fetus. It's not life.
It also prohibits burning the
The
fetal
fetus.
tissue in a hospital incinerator. So I guess you do have to have a funeral.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that'll be, that's great. We should have less abortions in this country. More kids to feed. More kids to ignore. Mail them all to Ethiopia, those fetuses.
I just think I tell you what's happening around
What
the
would you
country.
use for a coffin? Little Twinkie carton?
Hey, there's an idea. Twinkie, because that's a cardboard flat surface.
Or a matchbox, you know, you can slide them in there.
Yeah, but there's a law in this state. You're not allowed to put fetuses in Twinkie cartons.
Well,
So
these are the laws.
I bury them in Pez dispensers.
But if it's an open coffin, then you just got to push the head back.
Yeah.
You're right. It says here that the law requires hospitals and clinics
Yeah.
to arrange burials or create cremations of the remains. So you're
Cool.
really having a ceremony. Oh, little fetus. How are you going to eulogize a fetus?
Well, that's just sort of like saying, well, then the fetus is life. And if we're
We
saying it's
hardly
life,
knew ye.
then we shouldn't be allowed to have abortions.
Oh, well.
It's not life.
Well, that's what they're trying.
It's not life until after the first 3 months. After the first 3 months, it has a soul. I've determined that.
A soul.
Yeah. Or whatever it is we call, like, whatever makes Gilbert Gilbert. Or,
Well, we're trying to eradicate that. Robin Bird and all those people on Channel J can relax. They have gotten a new home. They're going to put them on other channels. There's a Channel V on the Manhattan cable system, and that's where all of those shows will be going, if they wish. But it will cost them a lot more. Did you know it costs, what, around $3,000 for an hour of time
yeah, because I have
for
a
those
friend.
shows now?
I have a friend who got as a birthday gift. A whole bunch of people chipped in and got him an hour television show on Channel J. It was about $3,000.
Yeah, and it's going up to 5.
What's USA Today charge you, Gilbert? The USA channel.
Oh, they pay big bucks.
I mean, what do they charge you to be on that channel?
Oh, it's just sort of like, boy, it's practically double what MTV.
It's always interesting to meet people who pay others to be on TV. That's an interesting concept. I've been on TV. It isn't that great that you want to pay for it.
Yeah, why are you paying for the opportunity? Gail Rostin, who is the daughter of Representative Daniel Rostenkowski, has pleaded guilty to cocaine possession.
Yeah.
She was up in Illinois with some cocaine, apparently, and they caught her. So the
Good.
congressman's daughter will have to await sentencing on October 25th to see if she'll have to go to jail
Give her life.
on those charges. You know, there's one of the guys who's responsible for making laws about what you see on TV and so forth. And look at what his kid is up to.
Or maybe
what
now.
did she watch that made her get into the drugs?
Oh, is he one of those guys?
Well, all the senators are.
Oh.
I'm not saying he's pro or con. I don't know where he stands on the issue. I'm just saying, why is it in the legislature in the first place,
Oh.
all of these issues? And why do we have an FCC? Meanwhile, look at what their kids are doing. What did they watch? What did they do?
Ooh, I love that.
Joe Perry's very upset because one of the tabloids, The Star, as a matter of fact, is about to come out with a story that he has fathered Fleetwood Mac's Stevie Nicks' baby.
Joe Perry of Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came out last week. I read that.
It did?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little thing. It had a picture of Stevie Nicks, and they kind of alleged that Joe Perry was the father.
Well, she's pregnant?
He says the whole thing's untrue. She's not pregnant. He's married and doesn't even have sex with her.
His wife?
No. Stevie Nicks.
Well, this is the deal. I saw Stevie the last time we were in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And
Where are you seeing all these people?
I was at the China Club one night.
Wow, you see everybody.
I'm
We are.
everywhere.
I'm home beaten off.
That's probably more exciting.
Yeah. I got to get home. I can't go see Stevie Nicks. I got a date.
But, she just didn't look like, she was pregnant to me, but What do I know?
60 Minutes did a cool thing on the Inquirer last night. They started chasing down some of the reporters. They started following them and asking them questions, and they wouldn't talk to the CBS 60
Yeah, I thought
Minutes.
that was interesting that the Inquirer's running away. They don't want to answer questions. But anyway, in this particular case, Stevie has said that this is the last time she's touring with Fleetwood Mac because she wants to become a mother.
Right.
But I thought she was adopting. That's what she said to the press anyway. So I don't know what the deal is.
Gilbert knows, but he's not talking.
He's not talking?
Right.
Okay. Can't get to the bottom of that there. And finally, in Fort Worth, Texas, over the weekend, can you imagine this? A little teenager, 15-year-old boy, takes his dog to the
Same thing.
vet.
It's okay.
His,
Common mistake.
his dog mother. Yeah.
Takes his dog
Who whelped him.
to the vet
Yeah.
for a rabies shot. You know, the routine yearly rabies shot.
That's right.
And the vet put the dog to sleep.
Ah,
While he was standing there, he got him confused with another dog.
and then
who
they
was
tried to
coming in.
flush it down the toilet. That was the
Right.
worst part.
Bury him in a Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
So the boy had to go home without his dog. Because, you know, and he's sitting right there thinking his dog's getting the rabies shot.
Hey, he's
And
lucky.
giving him the lethal dose.
They're lucky that vet didn't put the kid to sleep.
He's lucky he got out of there alive.
Put him to sleep. He won't be so sad about the dog. Hey.
The vet at least admits that it's his fault, and he bought the kid a puppy.
So he can put it to sleep. So if the dog's asleep, why don't they wake him up? Oh. Hey.
One other story, because this is incredible. In Battle Creek, Michigan,
Drop the cornflakes on the Ethiopians, eh?
a jilted boyfriend pulled the pin on a grenade and handed it to his ex-girlfriend.
She's his ex-girlfriend now.
Oh, boy. And then he watched. He just stood there and watched. He said, just stand there and hold it, and the police will be here any time now.
I heard they broke up.
Luckily, no one was injured, but they say this woman had a death grip on the...
How could no one be injured?
Well, because if you hold it, so you have to release that little thing after
I
you pull
see.
the pin. So they told her to hold it. And of course, they said she had a death grip on the thing while she said that. She was scared to death, holding on to this thing, and people were yelling at her, "Don't let it go! Hold it, baby!"
Fortunately for us, our munitions expert, Dr. Gilbert Gottfried, is
Yeah.
here, and couldn't she throw the grenade, Dr. Gottfried?
Well, actually, we used Peter Boyle to test grenades on.
I see. And is he in the hospital? All right. Is that what's happening, Robin?
Yes, the boyfriend was arrested, and they have broken up. You'll be happy. That's what's happening.
I put a grenade in Dr. Gottfried's shorts. October 13th, Mr. Rips. October 27th, Club Benet. You can go see Dr. Gottfried perform his surgery. Jackie Penthouse, Joke Page Martling, Wednesday night, October 17th at Grandpa's Comedy Club on Staten
Well,
Island.
not just the joke page.
Information dial 516-922-WINE. Friday night, October 19th, the great Jackie Martling again at Mr. Rips in Valley Cottage, New York. Go try and stump the joke man. Also, don't miss Josie Sang appearing at a very special birthday celebration for Stuttering John at Spit in Levittown, Long Island. Saturday night, October 6th. There'll be special guest prize giveaways and much, much more. Also, 718-BAG-5040 for the best of mobile music. Call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment. And listen to this. Music, yes. From, who's this, Gilbert?
Fetus.
No.
Credence?
No.
Full Stop the Rain?
Credence, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Nick Nolte movie. I know that.
20 in a row coming up
Oh, boy.
after these couple of songs.
I'll count.
And if Peter Boyle's listening, good luck, pal, huh?
11.